How can the hotel industry learn from the airline industry? Is there a way to upsell in the same way? Can we make the hotel booking process more fun? My name is Sjors Brul. Welcome to Never Check Out. We welcome Roeland Verhamme in our studio. Roeland is the founder of Expect Me, another way of booking, which is more fun and expectations are always met. Welcome, Roeland. Welcome in the studio.
Thank you, Sjors, for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you for traveling all the way from Belgium, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, it's not that far, so that's okay.
How long a drive is it?
Almost 2 hours.
Ah, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
So I expected you.
Yeah, indeed.
But you, so hopefully you expected me as well. Expect Me.
Yes.
Why did you build the platform?
Well, mainly because of my passion for hospitality industry. So I have a background working within hotels myself. And of course, at some point during one of the holiday together with my wife, I had some experience. I said, okay, this can be different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was actually the really start from the ideation of Expect Me. Okay,
and the name? Why the name?
Well, it's at some point you need to give your baby a name, right?
True.
So I was thinking about something, of course, that has to do with hospitality, with the passion that we share, and playing around with different names, and Expect Me came out of it. Right. And from a marketing perspective, like you use it already just now, it's
a good name.
Yeah,
it's a very good name. Talk about babies. You just had a baby, I think.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. So my second one now, 2 months old.
So nice one. Yeah, I remember because I think last time you were supposed to come and then.
Yeah, it was tricky, especially tricky to convince my wife, on such a short notice to to come to the Netherlands. So yeah.
And what did he say? Did he say Expect Me? The baby?
Yeah, indeed.
Cool. So how does it work? Can you tell us a bit about the platform?
Yes, sure. Actually, so with Expect Me, it's obviously a hospitality tech startup. So we're based in Antwerp, in Belgium, and what we do, it's a revolutionary room selection platform for the hotel industry, where we allow the hotel guests to select their specific room from an interactive floor plan, as easily as selecting your seats on a plane.
Okay.
We are used to the principle for years within other industries, airline, but also theaters, etc. And now we bring it to the hotel industry.
And you have all the specifications there about the room, and so you can make the right decision.
Exactly. Yeah, because nowadays, one of the challenges is that making a booking has been the same for decades, right? So hotel guests, they go on the website and they see some amazing pictures from nice rooms. But of course, they book a certain category, but within that category, hotels have obviously multiple rooms. And towards guest facing, it's challenging, because you create a certain perception, but then in reality, that's not always met, right? And we all know it. We all experienced at least once in our lifetime that you booked something, you arrive in a hotel, and it's just not what you expected it to be.
Okay.
So we changed that whole process.
Is there like a number of rooms that you need, or a maximum number, or can it be done on any hotel?
Well, actually, for us as a company, we have a focus to properties from 50 rooms and above, ideally. But we recently put a hotel live in Belfast with only 90 rooms, and they're making a huge benefit from the platform. So. Yeah, even that is great. It's even great, even with a limited inventory of rooms, they create such a great added value as well for them from operational point of view, revenue generation point of view, and guest experience point of view.
Because you also upsell through the platform, then?
Yeah. So the main goal that we say towards our customers is definitely ask a supplement towards your hotel guests to select that specific room, because we are used to paying a supplement to select our seats. So also hotel guests are very pleased, to just pay a small supplement to select that specific room. But from a psychological point of view, the upselling is also way easier, because it's not a generic from, you can do an upsell towards a deluxe room, for example. No, they have selected preferences that are important for them, and based on those preferences, they say a real-time availability within the hotel, And of course, also where the room is located. If it's on the, do they want the room on a high floor, on a low floor, away from an elevator or whatsoever? If they opt for an upsell towards a higher category, they know exactly what they're going to get.
Okay.
So if you look at percentages, for example, so currently on average, 36% of the hotel guests are paying to select their specific room in the hotel. And from when they take on the platform, 64% is doing an upsell to a higher category.
No, that's very nice.
That's very interesting, but also the 36% is very interesting because it's actually a revenue stream that has never been used before within the hotel industry.
And group bookings, is that an issue or is it also still possible?
No, obviously it's also still possible. That depends a little bit from hotel configuration, also what they would like to offer to which guests, right? So we see that hotels can use obviously different strategies by implementing Expect Me because they can use it as a leverage to drive more direct bookings, which we see more often, that they are really created as an additional benefit towards potential hotel guests, saying from, hey, if you book direct, yes, you have the best available rates, but you will also be able to select your specific room. And it generates an increase of over 5% in direct booking conversion because it's something unique, that hotel guests are not used to. And for hotels, it's a unique selling proposition to compete against those third-party websites because they can't offer this.
But can you do both? Can you still go through bookings and then come across your platform, and that can also be done?
Exactly. Because we integrate with the PMS directly, so we get the data out of there. Of course, in looking towards the third-party websites, we all know that sharing data is a little bit different.
Yeah, of course.
For example, through Booking, when Booking.com, whenever a reservation is made, through their own communication portal, guests are not able to click on links because it's not activated. But if you send an email, it is working.
Okay, so they get out the Booking.com confirmation. Then you send out an email with the link, and then they can still do the upgrades and select the room, and you can.
But even more interesting is that actually
you rather have them directly, so they don't have to pay Booking.com, right?
Obviously, yeah. So it's first of all, the driver, to generate that direct booking conversion. But what you definitely can do is, and what the hotels also should do is, the ones that book direct are your most loyal guests, right? So you want to give this opportunity upfront. It can be at whatever time they would like. Is it straight away after booking? Is it a couple of days prior to arrival? Hotels have full flexibility whenever they would like to give this opportunity. But they can differentiate, for example, saying from the ones that book direct, we are giving it, for example, 7 days prior to arrival. Limited. There's a certain limited inventory from your available rooms. You let them select room that they truly like, and that's it. And then 3 days prior to arrival, you give the opportunity to all your third-party bookers. So less inventory, but then still, you can monetize it, and you don't need to pay commissions over the additional revenue that you generate. So
makes sense. Oh, very smart.
Yeah.
What about maintenance of the hotel rooms? If a room is out of order, how do you handle that?
Flexibility is still key. Obviously, it still remains a hotel. Things can happen, unexpected things can happen and will happen. So in the final confirmation, the final step, before they confirm the room that they've selected, they need to tick a mandatory box saying that, that the hotel is allowed to change the room in case of operational reasons or whatsoever. So that's one. Of course, in reality, it doesn't happen that often. And secondly, which is even more important, is the PMS is always leading. So we take the available rooms from the PMS. So whenever there's a room out of order or out of service, it will not be shown on our platform. They can even keep certain rooms or floors deactivated in our platform and keep it just at the back of their hand to play around with. But PMS is always leading. So whenever they change settings from out of order, out of service, for example, it will not be shown in Expect Me. Okay,
and people are used to it, right? With the airplanes as well. I mean, if you get a different plane, then your seat is gone, and you have to recuperate the amount that you paid for the other class that you booked.
Yeah.
So okay. When you put the whole hotel, are you ever putting the whole hotel into your system, or is it always part? So with, let's say, Legionella, for instance, you need to, keep in mind which rooms you've hired and which rooms you didn't.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, actually, so yes, we put the whole inventory of the hotel. We put it in our platform.
Yep.
But then, of course, hotels can play around with deactivating certain rooms and certain floors. And apart from that, also, it's not that all of your hotel guests are using the platform, which is luckily, because otherwise it would be quite a challenge from the room allocation, the Tetris game that we need to play. So what we see is that on average, 39% of the guests are selecting their specific room in the hotel, which is great, which is a great conversion. And we can raise it a little bit, but I don't think that it should go over the 50%, just to keep the flexibility for hotels. So also from that perspective,
got it.
Yes, hotel guests are selecting rooms, and yes, it's a little bit more tricky, of course, to move them around. But on the other hand, they have still tons of flexibility to play around with rooms.
I get it. And it's a full booking platform, right? You can also see the pictures of the rooms then, as you can see on booking.com, for instance.
Yeah, exactly. So the big difference in where it starts with is, of course, the floor plan.
Yeah,
so
location.
Indeed. So it's an interactive floor plan. So we work with the floor plans that the hotels already have from evacuation purposes. Our graphic team is updating them because not everyone is very used to reading floor plans. So it needs to be guest-facing, easy to use it. So we are updating it a little bit. Then we put Google Maps integration behind it so that you have a really good impression from where is the room located and the views, etc. And then, to put a hotel live, we work with the content that hotels already have, making sure that we have a lean approach, right? So we onboard hotels within a week. And within a week, I mean having the back and forth, from I need the floor plan, this is ready, etc. We want to bring it to 3 days. So we are improving that process as well. But we do it within a week.
Which keeps the integration or the process cheap as well, I guess.
Yeah.
If you need months to implement. And you do the combination with all the PMS systems, or?
Well, in the near future, yes.
And today?
Yeah, today. So today we have as PMSs Muse, Guestline, Clock PMS, Apaleo, and working on Opera at the moment.
But I guess if I have 200 hotels, you fully integrate Opera tomorrow, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So also Opera, we can tick the box now very soon. But indeed, so how we work is we don't build integration just to build them, because it makes no sense. But whenever a hotel comes to us and says, okay, I would really love to start a collaboration, we sign the contract, then we start building integration. It takes not more than 6 weeks, depending on how many developers we put into it. But it is very efficient, and especially cloud-based PMSs nowadays, having the API documentation available, it goes quite fast.
And there's nothing for the hotel employee, right? They just work from the PMS system, or is there anything else?
Exactly. So, we do. There's a one-time setup, and of course, from a revenue management perspective, there's some pricing strategy, or just the strategy that that hotel need to decide on. But then, apart from that, it's fully automated. So, they can play around with it as much as they would like. They can create different seasonalities and play with pricings and whatsoever. But they can also say, okay, I just create one pricing and I just let the system do its thing. There's no manual tasks that need to be done because everything is two-way integrated.
And it will also follow the yield systems of the current PMS systems, I guess, or?
No, we don't follow, it's not a dynamic pricing strategy yet. It is definitely something in our scope from a product development. But everything that we do to improve the platform is based on customer feedback. Because, of course, that's crucial. We want to make sure that we develop things that creates an added value for hotels, and not because we think it's a great added value. So we work with a very good platform from a product development perspective, managing everything, and really collaborate with our existing hotels to see, okay, what is it that you need, what is the most important, what can we improve, and also while we're doing development, sometimes you also need a sparring partner to just check from, hey, is this the right direction? Is this what you were looking for? And of course, as a tech company, obviously you need to safeguard the borders, that of course it's also usable towards all of your other.
Of course. Do you think there will be any AI integration in the near future? So it knows actually who to expect and give some recommendations?
Yeah, definitely. And of course, AI today is a buzzword.
Absolutely.
So 2 years ago it was all about metaverse, now it's all about AI. And I think that, definitely AI, it's also a big thing because there are lots of layers underneath it to make AI.
Absolutely.
So I think that, it all starts first of all with the data. And for AI it's the same, shit in, shit out. So you need to make sure that your fundamentals are good. So for us as an early stage company, that's of course the main focus, making sure that the fundamentals are perfect to launch AI solutions in
on top of it.
Yeah.
So first get your data right and then...
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. So you mentioned the startup a few times.
Yeah.
You founded 2 years ago?
Yeah, so we started the company in March 2021 because we had the idea of Expect Me, but we needed to have it developed, and development cost money. So it was like, of course, like finding a solution to build a company, which we did. So March 2021 started with ideation and preparing everything, getting some cash in the bank, to start the development. And as from last year, November 2022. We put our first hotel live, and nowadays we are active in Netherlands, Belgium, UK, Ireland, Indian Ocean, Mauritius, La Réunion, and Maldives.
How many hotels? How many rooms?
At the moment, we are around going to the 10,000 rooms.
Impressive in a year.
Yeah. I think that you're always trying to reach a certain level, and it's never enough, right? As an entrepreneur, you because we want to create an impact towards the industry that we love so much, and we know that we can do it. We are, it's great to see the journey of Expect Me. You always want to be further to achieve other results as well. But of course, looking back to it, we are very pleased with where we are today.
Yeah, quite all right.
Yeah.
What is there to be expected in the coming years within your platform? Is there anything on the roadmap or?
So at the moment, how Expect Me works for now is that we focus mainly on that crucial pre-arrival stage. And what we will work on is having a plugin to the existing booking engines, but of course for direct booking engines, because we get that question quite often from our customers, from the hoteliers, to have Expect Me embedded, straight away in that booking flow. So that's definitely on our radar to improve. Of course, having more integrations on the platform, and then some very interesting going to AI approach.
Can we expect something for banquet rooms as well in the future?
No, we don't focus on banquet rooms at the moment. It can be a vertical for sure at some point. I think at this stage, so our main focus is hotels, but we, as a second vertical, we see actually more opportunity in vacation rentals, for example, because when we look in the markets, it's actually also quite outdated from how to book your
right, old-fashioned.
Yeah, indeed. So there we see actually like lots of improvements, and also some of the PMSs also have partners within vacation rentals. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Anything else you want to add for today? Anything in particular for our listeners or viewers?
No, I think that for a hotel, it is. And especially nowadays, I think adopting tech is just something that you need to embrace.
Yeah.
it's like on your mobile phone, right? I mean, you can install apps, you can give it a try, and if you don't like it, just remove it and that's it. I think that for us as a SaaS company, and just in general, like tech companies nowadays towards the hotel industry, that it is quite easy just to give it a try. And I think that hoteliers also just need to
give it a try.
Yeah, indeed. Just try it out. And if you don't like it, okay, then you skip it. But if you do, it's just like, give it a try, see how the platform works, see and see the data. See, okay, what is the added value from revenue perspective, from your operational team? Because of course also training. However, there's not a lot of training that comes into the picture for adopting a platform like XpectMe. But still, it's a new process. We have a good knowledge base to help hotels and that they can share with their operational teams. But the impact is really minimal. So yeah, I would say to any solution, not specifically for XpectMe, but just in general, hotels should be
smarter.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
Do things smarter. I mean, there will be less and less people. So I think it makes sense to do it as smart as possible.
Exactly.
And we're all used to the airline industry anyhow, right?
Yeah, indeed. So that's why for us, it was when we started XpectMe as well. I mean, when I had that negative experience into my hotel, I was looking at the evacuation plan. I said, okay, if I would have given opportunity to see this up front, I would have been more than happy to select another route and pay a supplement for it because we are used to it. So, I mean, the hotel guests definitely are ready to adopt a solution like XpectMe, and hoteliers definitely as well. But it's a completely new thing. Actually, they are not used to it. So it's our task making sure that they embrace it and that they feel confident with what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Roeland, thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.